Welcome everybody to AIF 2021. It's great to meet again, and I'm happy for the opportunity to update you about what happened around VRED over the last 12 months, share some customer stories, and some of the great things that our team has been working on. We've mainly focused on 3 areas over the last year. First is realizing efficiencies within the design studio and beyond. Second, educated decision-making with digital prototypes. And third, democratized visualization. But before we go into detail, I wanted to thank all of you for getting together more closely as a VRED community during 2020. We've seen a huge amount of collaboration in our online channels like the VRED Forum and the VRED Idea Station, as well as on social media. We saw a lot of you sharing knowledge as well as full-blown Python tutorials and plugins with each other, exchanging ideas and tips to improve together. It is fantastic to see so many people passionate about the product we work on every day. And the incredible work you do with our tools is the biggest motivation for our team to continue pushing the boundaries of what's possible in 3D visualization. For those of you who have not yet participated, we will post the link below the video. I would encourage you to check out the resources, leverage the assets, and share your own tips and expertise with the community as well. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Realizing efficiencies in the design studio and beyond. I guess we all know the value of bringing the tools in the design studio closer together. Our work here makes processes more efficient, which allows creative minds to do what they do best, focus on creative work. We further improved the interop between Alias and VRED with supporting layer folder structure and references created in Alias. This is just another step towards removing all of the barriers between the two tools so that the data can flow seamlessly back and forth. This will be our main focus in the coming year as well. And creating UV layouts is a crucial step in the data preparation process to create awesome visuals as well. And while I know a lot of people that are extremely passionate about visualizing cars, I merely know anybody who's similarly passionate about creating UV layouts. But we've been reworking our UV editor to allow both one-click automatic unwrapping for those who don't want to bother with UV editing, and extremely deep adjustment options for those who want to optimize their UVs to the maximum or adjust them for a very special purpose. So we have everybody covered with a new editor, and I really recommend trying it out if you didn't do so yet. This is a great step towards reducing data preparation efforts and eventually automate all of those steps completely. VRED is a tool that can be used throughout the whole automotive development process, not only in design. And when it comes to engineering, visualization, and validation, VRED has strength that no other tool has, such as handling and efficiently visualizing a huge amount of data. And we are talking about billions of polygons and millions of objects here. And because all of this engineering data needs to be imported and prepared, many of our customers already automate this process in their design and engineering visualization departments. Creating an automated pipeline from PDM systems to VRED to be able to review the latest data in the highest quality on demand is what many customers are already successfully doing as of today. And to make this even easier and more achievable, we have improved our PLM XML workflow and added PLM XML support in VRED design. This makes automated data preparation from PDM to visualization easier and more accessible for everybody. But those are only some of the improvements we made during the last year realizing workflow efficiencies. There are many, many more smaller features that we improved and added, and I would encourage everybody to check out the known release documents for more information. But now, let's talk about educated decision-making with digital prototypes. When VRED was started 20 years ago, the goal was to enable everybody to visualize complex 3D data and make decisions on digital prototypes. Since then, we've collaborated with our customers to extend VRED's capabilities to solve more of the problems they face during the whole development process of a vehicle. That collaboration has evolved VRED to what it is today, a flexible visualization product that can be used for individual tasks, but more importantly serves as the end-to-end visualization backbone and decision-making platform of the development process. The requirements and approaches of designing cars have changed over the years, and so did we, adapting to them by integrating the latest technologies into our software. But when we come back to the basics, VRED is still focusing on the same core value for which it was created, making educated and informed decisions on digital prototypes with reliable visual quality. There are only new ways we use to make those decisions. Review, experience, showcase, evaluate, all of that has the intention of deciding something. Whether it's an aesthetic modification after a small or large-scale design review, a functional change to the product after you experienced and interacted with it in XR, or a buying decision an end customer makes after seeing a great showcase at a local dealer or within an online buying experience. It's all about making educated decisions based on visual representation you can trust. As we constantly push the edge of what is possible with our technology partners, let's look at the latest additions to VRED to improve decision-making so it's easier, more direct, more collaborative, and more accessible. As you might have seen in several announcements already, we've been working closely with Vario and Kia. I can still remember when we met in the office with Vario's first prototype and a great vision that was ambitious and aligned with ours. Today, we have a strong partnership with the same goal, allowing customers to experience their digital prototype as if it was real. The integration between VRED and the Vario XR3 was a strong step towards this goal. This integration enables our customers to review their digital data in real-world context. But what does it mean? It means experiencing the digital car within your known design facility, or even next to physical cars so you can compare. But what makes this collaboration most successful is the commitment to the highest quality that all of us, Vario, Kia, and the VRED team are striving for. It's now possible to review the smallest material details or even interact with HMI content that was not recognizable with older and lower resolution devices. Your hands are automatically tracked, and you can even see yourself or your colleagues while reviewing in XR. And of course, all of this can be done in collaboration. I'm very proud of the team's joint achievement and how far we've come since we started this journey. And there's more to come, just stay tuned. And because XR requires high frame rates, we have also made sure that we push the visual representation of VRED's rasterization rendering further to allow a more realistic appearance on a regular workstation. With this year's major release, we've improved many aspects contributing to the real-time experience, such as smaller things like subframe rendering to improve the playback fluency of animations, but also we've addressed bigger topics like real-time effects and light baking to achieve greater realism and more accuracy even in the lightweight computation methods we have in our software. This enables completely new ways of interacting with your data in real time and boosts the graphic quality to a new level. But let's go step by step. In Update 3, we've introduced two real-time effects that greatly improve realism in rasterization rendering: real-time depth of field and screen space ambient occlusion. As you can see in this example, real-time depth of field allows you to control the focus of the camera in real time and direct the viewer's eye to areas you want them to look at, and defocus from others, which might be helpful in early design stages. It also greatly improves image realism and makes interaction with your dataset more cinematic and lifelike, elevating overall appearance and perception. It is seamlessly integrated in the VRED camera and works in all our rendering modes in real time now. So you can use it in rasterization, but also in GPU and CPU ray tracing. Screen space ambient occlusion provides the possibility to compute ambient occlusion shadows, which adapt to changes in real time without the need to bake them beforehand. This is a great way to improve the visual appearance of a scene with a lot of object movement, or if you want to quickly show a scene with shadows to demonstrate a current work in progress, or get a better impression of a design to decide its direction. This tool offers flexibility and looks awesome already, but for those who are not satisfied with the shadow quality you can achieve with this real-time effect, we have worked out another option. VRED 2022 has the ability to bake a scene's light and shadows onto textures. In addition to our well-known light baking on vertices, VRED can now bake lights on textures as well, allowing more precise light representation without having to subdivide your geometry. Besides that, the new light mapping method enables a huge spectrum of real-time use cases, bringing the precision from VRED's ray tracing to rasterization rendering. You can now, for example, evaluate interior ambient light in XR in real time or integrate your prototype better into the environment. Speaking of environments, this new functionality enables you to bake light onto low polygon geometrical environments as well, without cutting short on the baking resolution because the light maps are independent of the object's topology. As you can see, we are now able to pre-compute pretty complex light situations for any type of geometry, even for factories, houses, interiors, with highly realistic results in real time. This fusion scene runs fluently in rasterization, while it has the highly accurate results of full GI light and shadows baked into it. On top of these visual quality improvements, we have also focused on making the process fast and easy. With the new UV editor, the creation of light map UVs is fully automated, which makes the whole light baking process a one-click workflow. It works on both GPU and CPU and can even be clustered on both hardware types. To round up the package of real-time functionality, we have changed our material model to a more realistic representation and the way we pre-compute the effects of environment lighting to materials in OpenGL with achieving incredible results. So for example, the flakes in the car paint material are now lit from more directions and react to this additional light information. One thing to point out here is that the appearance of materials will slightly change with VRED 2022. It will become more realistic, but different. As you migrate to the latest release, keep this in mind. Your material libraries may need to be updated. Of course, we still support older scenes and you can continue to work with the older material model, but given the benefits the new model introduces, I would recommend updating your material libraries and leverage the new level of visual quality. I'm also happy to let you know that we've finished a big project we have been working on with our partners from NVIDIA over the last 3 years. GPU ray tracing is now also supporting photon mapping, which was the last big milestone in our efforts to integrate a real-time GPU ray tracer in VRED. We all know the power of GPU ray tracing in our regular ray tracing modes by now. But with this latest addition, interactivity and instant feedback in highly complex real-time scenarios is elevated to a new level. This rendering method is made for indirect light scenarios and caustics. As you can see in the video here, it works in real time, even for very complex scenes. And of course, you can bake the results onto textures as well. A great example for this is this video. You can see this light guide, which is based on ray files with pre-simulated light information. Usually rendering one of those images would take up to a few hours. Now, combining GPU ray tracing and light baking, you can see the results in real time and interactively evaluate if the results are as you imagined them when designing. Thus, you can catch errors early and react to them quickly to save time and money. This is a great example of how two features come together to solve a long-standing problem our customers have had in light design and engineering departments. The last changes I want to talk about in this section are improving our sampling and denoising methods to create even better results in real-time ray tracing. These improvements dramatically impact all of the above because you can use denoising with all ray tracing methods and light baking as well. This is another awesome result of the collaboration with NVIDIA, and there's more to come. As you can see, we have been focusing quite a bit on the real-time experience and evaluation features in the last 12 months. And while impressive already, these are only the first steps. And lastly, I want to talk about something that has become the core of our thinking with VRED for quite some time now. Democratizing visualization, which means enabling everybody to access, interact with, and collaborate on VRED high-quality real-time visualization from anywhere at any time. How? By reducing the dependency on hardware and expertise. A year ago, the launch of VRED Core marked the first step towards providing an agile and adaptable server or cloud-based version of VRED, which can be very flexibly used as the core of a modern and connected custom system or scalable rendering applications. We have focused on this intently over the last year and will continue to do so going forward. We've improved existing and integrated new technology around VRED's web server and API, streaming capabilities, and cloud usage. We've released educational material as well as changing our offering to make democratizing visualization as easy and efficient as possible, with a goal to support the whole enterprise at any point of the process by leveraging on-site and cloud hardware to power remote rendering systems. But let's start with the value we've shipped since VRED 2021. We've now completed the streaming app that we deliver with VRED. You can either use it out of the box, take the source code of the app and customize it towards your needs, or only use it as an inspiration for your own web application based on VRED. Our feature set enables you to change configurations, play animations, annotations, take snapshots, and adjust the streaming quality towards your needs, which is a strong base feature set for remote design reviews, collaboration, and interaction with a digital prototype from any device. Easy to use, this feature set enables everybody, independent of visualization skills and hardware, to make the most out of the digital prototype. Also, we've overhauled our web server to be more robust, leverage state-of-the-art security features, and added a web API to make the creation of custom apps and the integration of VRED into existing web systems easier. As you can see, we now have a great package of web and streaming related functionality in VRED Pro and VRED Core. I'm very excited to see what you will make out of it. We already see customers using VRED Core for scalable ray tracing on larger GPU systems, but more and more of you are taking the next step and leveraging VRED Core for internal automated real-time rendering systems, automation of workflows, and collaborative web-based applications. One great example of a partner doing this is RCD. They have built an integration between Shotgun and VRED, where you can access VRED streaming with 2 clicks from inside Shotgun. They have also added custom functionality to their web application, like clipping and annotations that are connected and tracked within Shotgun. It is awesome to see this as an example of how powerful streaming in Shotgun is, and it gives an insight into what this and other integrations could look like in the future. For more information about this awesome effort of RCD, please watch the AIF presentation later today. And of course, we are working on getting VRED streamed content to any device, including XR devices. You might have already seen some demos of VRED in combination with NVIDIA's Cloud XR technology during the last year. Cloud XR enables you to stream VRED to mobile devices for AR mobile applications, as well as to HMDs for XR experiences from remote server or the cloud. We did some testing on AWS recently that showed awesome results, even if you don't have 5G yet. The technology is enabling us to bridge the gap and remove the need for local high-performance hardware for XR applications and use cases. Even if you decide to stream from a local workstation or server to your end user, the technology will greatly improve the flexibility and access, allowing more people to more easily be immersed in VRED experiences, which is exactly what we were aiming for. It is yet another great result of the partnership between Autodesk and NVIDIA. Besides the new functionality, we also want to provide you with educational material for VRED Core and streaming with VRED. Thus, we have just released a series of Python tutorials with example applications, use cases, and the according Python examples so that you can try it out and extend it yourself. Also, we have released a tutorial series specific to VRED Core to get started so you can learn how to leverage it for your specific goals. And as you know from last year, more deep dive videos will be released during the weeks following AIF. But to provide you with the maximum flexibility to choose your rendering technology, we have changed our VRED Core offering by adding a VRED Rendernode license. For more details, please reach out to your sales representative or Autodesk reseller. And we will be working on getting VRED Core and Rendernode on a consumption model soon, so the on-demand usage can be reflected in our offering as well. This will eventually enable you to leverage hardware and software according to your needs and in the most flexible way to increase efficiencies for your server-based and cloud-based visualization systems. And last but not least, we want to support all of the creative minds working with VRED and its APIs to foster even more communication and collaboration around this topic. Therefore, we will be hosting a digital developer day around VRED, Python, and web development this year. We will have presentations and deep dives done by our development team, have discussions and conversations around topics and projects that you are working on, and inspire each other on what is possible with a new product in the VRED family. If you listen to this and feel like, yes, I'm working with VRED and Python, and I'm interested in joining this digital developer day, please reach out to your sales representative or customer success manager and keep your eyes open for invitations coming in the next month. Okay, well, that's it from the VRED side. As you can see, it's quite a bit of exciting new functionality in this high-level overview. If you would like more information on smaller improvements, feel free to check the release notes and the individual What's New documents per release. And make sure to watch our YouTube channel for technical deep dive presentations. I hope you are as excited about the new releases as I am to see what all of you are going to create with them. With that being said, have fun with AIF and thank you very much.